everyone. Happy Scrappy Friday. Hi everyone, I'm Leslierahye. Welcome to my Scrappy gig. Tonight I want to make a fun little book. I've made these before. This time I want to do it a little differently so that it can be used as a scrapbook. So let's get started, okay? I'm going to scroll down here. As you can see, I hope, I want to work with some yummy basic gray collection paper. Isn't this pretty? Love it. Love it, love it, love it. This is called Eva, and it is part of a one of their collections that has solids and prints. Let me show you real quick. This is one of these is going to be our cover, but it has these really pretty solids. Let's see if I can scroll on down there so you're looking at the actual paper. Come on, focus. Hi everyone. Come on, focus down here. Focus. We are not wanting to focus tonight. Is that the kind of day we're having? We don't want to focus? Okay, here we go. Thank you, camera, for playing with us. Okay, it's got these beautiful purples and greens and pinks and reds. So these are all the solid colors. And then these are the prints, and these are gorgeous. I love this flowers. And then those are nifty, nifty little vines everywhere. And the stripes. This gorgeous peacock. Isn't he pretty? And this one looks like wood grain. Little bitty flowers. It's little bitty. Isn't that pretty? And this one is probably one of my favorites. I don't know what you call those, but I like them. And then a very kind of florally, lacy feel to some things. And more of a stitch work kind of look to some things. And then these also come with sticker letters. And they're cardstock stickers, and they come with stickers, stripes, and other pieces of fun stuff. Come on. We're just not having focus tonight, guys. I'm sorry. There we go. And a lot of these are strips of stickers, and then some really cute flowers and swirls and stuff. I can't decide from these last two. These are the last two that I have that I really like. I like these dots because, you know, I'm a go-to girl for the dots. I like the stripes. So these are probably two of my favorite things. Oh, these are my nails from Prima. I haven't switched yet. So they're still kind of a teal with some sparkles and some stuff. But haven't switched yet. I like the dots too. You know, the dot and the circle are my go-to. When I'm needing a happy, I always go to the dots. So I'll look at this later and I'll think, ooh, dots, and it'll make me happy. Okay, and then for the inside pages, what we're using is some basic gray solids. Let me show you this. Maybe this will... You really just don't want to focus today, do you? There we go. Come on. Here we go. This is called Fresh Cardstock, and it's part of Basic Gray's line. And what it has is these are double-sided, whereas the paper in this particular collection is single-sided. These are double-sided. So these will make perfect pages for me because I can cut them and away we go. And then the last thing I need, besides glue, is bamboo skewers. And these, we're going to use the bigger ones, I think, but these came in a package of 100. And they have the big ones and the small ones in it. I thought, how cool is that? So, but I want to use the big ones. And I'm going to need about 10 of these. So, we'll get those out. Raven is asking me, how do I keep my nails from breaking? Raven, it's taken some practice. And also kind of my nail technician and I getting together and figuring out what's a good thickness for me, because if I get them too thin, they will break. But I mean, they're all, the only one that's not completely natural is this thumb, because I broke it a while back and it has about 1/4 of an inch to go. But the rest of them are all natural. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, I've counted out 10 skewers. And you can do this itsy bitsy 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 with toothpicks. I've done it with toothpicks before. It's a lot of fun with toothpicks. Or you can do it this size, which is my preferred size. And I'm going to get my cutter here, because I need to cut my paper. And what I need to cut my binding for is, let me see. I need it to be, what is 8 3/4 long, and 2 pieces of 5 3/4. So 8 3/4 by 5 3/4. So come up here. And I cut it 8 3/4 first. Hi, Molly. Yes, the bamboo is the binding, Raven. It is, it is, it is. Okay. I know you're there. And I'm cutting 2 at 5 3/4. And if you saw my project from Monday, you'll know that I am going to keep these, because either I'm going to make a bracelet out of it, okay, or like this, or I'm going to make beads to go on the project. Here's the bracelet I made on Monday, and that a lot of fun. And these are paper scrap beads. So, yes, Jen, it's Molly Smith. So, so I'm going to save these and make paper scrap beads out of them, and either use them in my project or make another cha-cha bracelet, because, you know, I love it. So, here are our 2 pieces that are going to be the covers. I think these colors look awesome together. And I need to go ahead and cut these in half as well. And just in case my stuff didn't all jive together, I'm going to ink it a little bit, and that will make it be all together even better. So, well, I am glad you could make it tonight, Miss Molly. I know I have been missing you. And I'm glad we're doing scrapbooks tonight, scrapbooky thingies. I know this is more of a book than, you know, traditional scrapbooking, but I wanted a little book that we can use this. The Sam I Am can use this, or I can use this and put just daily pictures of her. And these will make nice pages for them to go on. So it's kind of scrapbooking, right? Quasi-scrapbooking. Making a book to scrapbook in. Okay. So I've got my pages cut. And let me grab some ink. I'm not going to go really crazy on the inking around the edges. I'm just going to kind of ink the edge. I'm going to use frayed burlap. Well, let me go over here. Maybe what I was looking for is over here. Yes, antique linen is what I was looking for. Ooh. Or we could do pickled raspberry. I think that's going to be too pink. So antique linen is what I wanted. So it was not where I thought it was. Hey, Dee Dee. The pages were, I had the paper already cut to 8.5 by 11, Sandra, and then I cut them in half. So they are 5.5 by 8.5 for these. And then for my two covers, let me look at my notes. They are 8 3/4 by 5 3/4. Okay? 8 3/4 by 5 3/4. And now I'm just going to ink around the edge. This, that it's white on the inside, is not going to matter because we're going to fold it and it's going to be a cover. So, okay? And like I said, I'm not inking, I'm not doing crazy inking. I'm just kind of covering up the edge of it. Let's see. So can you see? Just covering up the edge of it versus no edge covered. Okay? Kind of covering up the edge. Can you see? Kind of, sort of, maybe? Maybe. I was wondering if we were going to have to call it for storms tonight here, because we've had some clouds a brewing up, but it looks like it's going to be okay. So I'm very cool with that. Hi, Cheryl. Yeah, all weekend we're supposed to have storms here in Stephenville, off and on. So, we'll see. Ah, we're out of focus again. How crazy is that tonight that we're just losing focus all of a sudden? Is anybody else losing focus today? Is that the kind of day we're having? A day without focus? I don't know. I had quite the focus this morning at work. We had a crazy busy day. Crazy, crazy busy. But that's okay. Yeah, what are we talking about, right? We're losing focus. But I'm just inking these edges just because this cardstock has a white core. And I'm inking it with the antique linen, which is not too dark, not too light. I just want it to give, you know, take the white off, take the stark off. It just makes me happy for it to take the stark off, okay? So what I'm focusing on getting ink on is the actual edge of the paper, not the getting it on top. If that makes any sense. Hello, Vedette. I'm glad you could find me this fine Friday afternoon or evening. Ew, no, you can't be there. Hello, Dawn. This is Dawn Stamps, not Morning Glass Dawn. Morning Glass Dawn, I think, is busy doing cool stuff with her husband for his movie he's shooting this weekend. So, if for some strange reason I go away tonight, we've got some storms coming through. Right now it looks okay, so I think we should be good to get this done. But if for some strange reason I go away, depending on the business of the storm, I may or may not be able to get back. I'll post a note on my wall. Thank you, Dee Dee. I got them done last week before my Live with Prima show, and I'm still sporting the same nails as then, but I'll have different nails next week. Oh, it's Dawn. Dawn heard. How come every time I talk about you, you just pop in? I'm gonna start being paranoid. Never say anything naughty about Dawn, because, you know, there she is. Quick, y'all, talk about something else. Don't talk about her surprise party. No, Dawn and I have an agreement. We don't surprise each other. Ever. Oh, it's not new nails every week, Dee Dee. Usually it's about 2 weeks. Usually I can go 2 weeks before I go see my Carrie. But if I get bored with the color, or I've had you know, craft fail on my nails, then I will go and find myself some different nail polish and change it out. So yours wouldn't last a day. I worked really hard about not having craft fail on the nails before Thursday, because I got them done like on a Tuesday, and I was like, oh God, nobody breathe on them. Nobody breathe on them. So I for about 5 seconds I thought about crafting with gloves on until then, but I couldn't do it. Might as well have stuck me in mittens or something. Who knew all this paper was going to take forever to edge? Sorry, guys. I guess I could have done this for you earlier. Vedette, I really think we're gonna. I think it was pretty much a general consensus for the odd show. We tested the odd show on G+ this week, and we really like the quality. For some reason, that show uploaded to my YouTube instead of where it was supposed to go. And so we have to make sure, if we have YouTube accounts, that we are that we're logged into the right one. When we test ran it, it all went to the right spot, but for whatever reason, our big test with all you guys there decided it wanted to go to my YouTube, which I don't care. You know, I love you guys, and y'all can hang out on my YouTube all day, but it'd be easier to find the shows for the odd show if we were in the right spot, wouldn't it? So that's what I think we're going to do, is move to the G+ Hangout, which that means, and hopefully I asked Fab to help me do this, put together a little tutorial for you on how to, if you don't have a G Plus account, get one and all that stuff. Yeah, the quality of the picture was awesome. Jen, we'll have to work on that, addressing that problem, getting the plug-in to work. And also with G Plus, we don't have flash issues for people who have flash problems. I will still do Scrappy Gig and Crafty Gig here and upload them to my YouTube because I like this format. I like all the being able to show you guys slides and have intros and all that kind of stuff. I mean, we can kind of do that with the G Plus, which makes it very doable. But I just like this platform for myself. But for Odd Show, being able to switch back and forth and have you guys be able to come on and show your stuff too, that's going to be, I believe, what we're going to do. So, hi Alexander. I'm glad you could join us. I promise this is my last piece of paper I'm inking. Okay. So we're all inky now. Wowie, wow, wow. And see, when they're stacked together, you can kind of see the ink on the edge. Can't you? I think you can. So. What I have to watch with my nails is sticking them in my mini fan and hearing them go clank, clank, clank with the mini fan. That's what I have to watch. Okay, so here we go. We got our edges ready. We got our papers ready, and we're going to fold all those in half. Are y'all ready for that? We're going to fold all the papers in half. So I'm going to put aside these two first. Actually, I'm going to do these two first because we can glue them and let them dry. This is the covers. And I'm going to get one of these. What are we making tonight? I want to make a little mini scrapbook book. The covers are going to be half of this vidette. And so this will tell you what size it's going to be. It's going to be like card size. Okay. So this is the cover. And we're using cardstock to put the pages in. So then we can use it for just keeping up with whatever memories, gift album, whatever. I just felt the need to make this tonight. It spoke to me when I was looking through what I wanted to make for you guys. And I thought, you know, it could be used for putting together a back to school, well, a school album, keeping up, you know, and chronicling each month what the kids do in school or whatever. You could use it for that. You could use it for lots of fun stuff. I think I'll probably make another one out of the stripe. Well, not out of the stripe because that was very curly. I'll get another line of their paper that's very boy-y and make another one for Will that we can put his stuff into. So, folding everything in half. And these, when we fold them in half, we're going to glue all but the last quarter of it, I believe, up to this crease. So, what I want to do, I've got my silly stick out, and the reason I got my silly stick out is because I'm going to smear my glue with it, because I'm going to use this Fabri-Tac glue. One, because it's here, but two, because it'll be a good glue to hold this cover. So if this cover gets any kind of stress on it whatsoever, this will keep it good. What is a silly stick, Dee Dee asked me. Silly sticks are these neat little craft sticks. They're skinnier than a tongue depressor, and they have an angle to them, and they are very good for smearing stuff around. So if you're doing stuff with like modeling paste or whatever, see, it's skinny, and you can just get these smeared around so you don't have lumps, and get a good coating going, and that kind of stuff. And they call them silly sticks. I don't know why. It's kind of silly. Yes, the children are at Grammy and Papa's. My large child is in the living room. And he is my husband, of course. Yes, these would be awesome with stencils. And you know, if you mess one up, they're like, I think they're like 6 or 10 for $1. They're real cheap at alteredpages.com. They're in their tools and stuff. So I know when I first started, I was like, what is a silly stick and why do I need one? And then she sent me a couple with our first order. And I was like, oh, I need some more of those. Thank you, Badette. At alteredpages.com. My post today, if y'all saw my altered images, my ATC cards rather, not my altered images, but my ATC cards, I got those there. I got all the supplies for those there, and that's where I got these. Okay, so my covers are folded and gluing nicely. We'll set them aside, and see, you can tell this last part of it didn't get glued right here. Okay, maybe you can tell. There you go. You can see. And then the rest of these we're gonna fold, fold, fold. Yes, today on this schedule, I think for Grammy and Papa's house was to be bums. So I'm pretty sure my kids are good at that. I would be good at that, but I had to work today. So, but it was a good day. We have almost filled up our trip to Ireland for those people who are going, and that's pretty awesome. So it was a very productive day at work. Got lots of good stuff done. And then I've been playing a lot. I don't know. I haven't put it on my blog yet, and I haven't tweeted about it yet. But it may appear in my tweet feed. I'm not sure. I have signed up for a company called Zeen, Z-E-E-N. If you look for zeen.com, if somebody wants to type that, that would be fine. Zeen.com, and you can put in there, I think, / Leslie Ray, maybe. But you can search for Leslie Ray, and I have a little magazine up there, and it's very cool. This is a beta test thing, and I was invited to join, and so I created my first zine last night, and it is my Amazing Mold Putty projects. So all of my projects that I did while I was on the Amazing Mold Putty design team are in the zine, and what it shows is, like, I have a little commentary going about, you know, what it did, what I made, but there's also a link to it on my blog. If you look at the tabs across the top, there's a link to it. If you follow me on Pinterest, I did pin it. And there's a link to it, a button on my fan page. So if you are a fan of mine, there will be something that says, you know, my first zine or something like that. But anyway, so I put all of my Amazing Mold Putty projects in there, and there's a picture of the project, kind of a little intro, and then when you click on the link that's above the picture, it takes you to the full tutorials, which are on my blog. It's very cool. I love how that works. It's like a little bitty magazine. A little electronic magazine from me to you. So I'm trying to figure out some other ways to use it, but I think it'll be very cool for my job doing business stuff, but it'll also be very cool doing like a recap of what I've done for the month, you know, like do it bi-monthly or whatever, or the odd show having recaps of what we've been up to, and or if one of our friends, like my friend Sandra, who's always doing some really cool reviews of products and stuff, you know, we could add in some product reviews, or all kinds of stuff. Or if you want something recognized on it, you know, send me a link and we'll put that in there to get traffic to your blogs as well. That would be awesome. So if you have something you want me to see and put in a zine, give me, you know, like tag me in it. If you're on Facebook, just tag me in it or email it to me and I will go find you guys. Doesn't that sound like fun? I think it sounds like fun. We could have lots of fun getting traffic to everybody. Okay. Now that we have all of our paper folded, we're going to start cutting things up. And I think we're supposed to have signatures, cardstock pages, and signatures of 2 pieces. Okay, we're going to nest our pages. So let's figure out what we want to nest our pages with real quick. I know, doesn't that sound cool? So, you know, if you've got a blog, definitely, you know, and you've done something really cool you want me to share with people, I'd love to do that. I think that would be a lot of fun. I'm always inspired by y'all, so I think other people would be inspired by the things you do too. So you were sharing my zine. I was saying nice things about you because you always, you know, you always share my stuff, and that's super cool. I love that. So I appreciate that. Sometimes it's hard to get your stuff shared, and when you have friends that'll share it, that's golden. That's golden. You always tell your husband you're trying, and he tells you how trying you are. Well, you know, we all have those in our lives, Sandra. I believe I have one that would say the same thing, you know, but that's okay. They don't know how trying they are, right? Yes, my husband will be the first to tell me I'm trying. Oops, wait a minute. Apparently we need some like this. Oh well, but we still love him. You know, he's put up with me for, gosh, nearly 27 years of our lives, so that's a long time. So I'm not going to complain too much about someone who will put up with my craziness. And, you know, and he doesn't say anything, well, not usually, about my stuff and being around, you know, so I can't complain. When it gets really out of control, he's like, you know, do you want to put that up or whatever, but okay. So these are going to go like this, all right? And so far this looks really cool, just all by itself. And then our pages, you know, when they open, they'll be pink and green and pink and white, or green and green. There's some white ones coming in here. Okay. So I think those will be very cool. So now the next step is we need to cut some little notches. And I'm going to use that. And where did I? Bill, there was a wood ruler just right there on the edge of that table. Can you bring it? I mean the footstool, sorry. Sorry guys, I left my little ruler. Or if not, I know there's some in there. But I got a pencil here without a lead because, you know, that's how we roll in this house. There's a pencil. This will work. The cheese is the laughing cow. Okay, can you look in here? Why are we talking about cows? Right here. We're talking about cheese. I like cheese. And cows taste good, Bill says. Ah, a skinny cow candy. Hmm. I'm not familiar with skinny cow candy.
Skinny cow.
Bill says skinny cow has ice cream too. Now, we want to make 4 notches along the edge. And I kind of want to get the ruler. Thank you, baby. Okay. To do this. Aha. So here's just a plain old, an old-fashioned ruler. Right? And these are 5.5 inches long. So, and I want 4 notches. So I think I want my notches to be, let's see, there's a 1/2 inch in. I want one at a 1/2 inch in. Somebody used my my pencil. See that? That's fingernail polish to make polka dots. I wouldn't know anybody who would do that. Does anybody know anybody who'd make polka dots with their pencil? Right? Okay, let's try that again. Okay, I'm going to go 1/2 inch in here for 1 notch. And I'm going to go 1/2 inch in here for a notch. And I'm going to make my notches about 1/8 of an inch wide. And then, so, let me show you how I'm marking them. And actually, they're going to go a little deeper probably, but I want them to have 1/2 inch marks there, okay? So there's 2 of them, and then I need 2 more. Actually, let's go further in. Let's go in at 1 inch. Yeah, let's do 1 inch instead of 1/2 inch. Go in 1 inch instead of 1/2 inch. So 4.5. Here we go. Grab my eraser so I don't confuse everybody. We're going 1 inch in instead of 1/2 inch in. And then, there we go. And then we'll be at, let's see, what sounds good to y'all? There's 4.5. Let's do one at the 3 inch mark. And one that gives it 1 1/4. And then at 2, 2 1/4. So we have a wide one and a skinny one. That might look interesting, huh? So it'd be these 3 and these 2. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. What I've done is I went in 1 inch, and then we have a wide, a skinny, a wide, and a 1 inch on this end. Okay. That's gonna be our signatures. Let me cut this one for our front, or our beginning. Everybody follow me and understand what we're doing, more or less? So now I'm cutting these little wedges out. Okay. Let me know if anybody has any questions. Okay. So does everybody see that? Yes, no, maybe so? Has my ability to chat with y'all left the building? Just refresh. Sorry guys, my chat must be wonky. Yes, yes, please, yes. Thanks. Sorry, the last thing I saw was the debt, and I was like, I have moved y'all. I have lost y'all. So, okay. So I'm going to use this to mark my other ones, okay? So I'm going to mark, and then we're going to clip, because I can clip all at once. Y'all already know I'll talk to myself, so, you know. But I didn't want to miss any of y'all's questions, so. But we have one more week of no school, and then school starts. Isn't that crazy? The kids are excited. Will picked up his schedule, I guess a week ago or so. And then Sam got to know who her teacher is today. And so it's going to be a lot of fun, I think. We are ready. They're at Grammy and Papa's. Grammy's taking them clothes shopping and getting Sam her backpack because they just have more of a selection up there. And I think she'll have fun with it. Your school starts Tuesday? Wow, Cheryl. That's pretty early. She's already started? Wow. Yeah, I had a friend who lives in Indiana, and they started this week. Her son went to kindergarten, and she cried. He cried. She cried. Both of my kids, when kindergarten started, they were like, we got this, Mom. Go on. Let the door hit you on the way out. So, you know. And I'm glad, because I wouldn't have wanted... I did really good. When Sam went to kindergarten, I did really, really good. And then the teacher had this poem that we had to pick up on our way out the door. And I was doing really good until I read that poem, and I was just like, and my baby has gone to kindergarten. And, you know, it's like, what is wrong with me? Because she went to kindergarten last year, or to pre-K, and she was all good with that. So, but I was good till the poem got me. So, if you're a teacher, don't do a poem. It makes the mommies cry. So, I marked my cover. I just eyeball centered it for my cover. I know it will be perfect because everything is perfect when we craft, right? You have a freshman this year, Cheryl? Well, don't cry. I have a 7th grader. How crazy is that? I mean, we went to a whole nother school and everything. I know. 7th grade. Wow. He was trying to get another stream in before he went to Grandma and Papa's. So maybe he'll do one when he gets back. His weekends have ran away from him. This has been quite possibly the busiest summer yet. I've had crazy numbers of hours at work, and then we have just been busy, either camping or grandparents or whatever. Having busy summer. You're crying because you have grandkids going to school? Dee Dee, we want them to grow up. I want to be around when they really do something awesome. So,
Nope.
Growing up is cool. Growing up means you get to do more stuff. Like, I was really bummed because there was a drawing competition that I thought Will would really, really love. But you have to be in high school. And, you know, he would love to do it now. I have to wait till I'm in high school, Mom. So, they are supposed to get older. Yeah, when Will went to kindergarten, I was it was bittersweet. I was a little sad, but I was glad he enjoyed it so much that he didn't, like, freak out like some kids do. I mean, some kids really can't do the walk into the school and go, you know. When she was in preschool, Sam was so shy. We really weren't sure how she was going to take it. And she went half day, and she got to go for lunch. So we would drop her off where they dropped them off for lunch. And so we didn't really give her a choice. We didn't walk her in or anything. We just pushed her out of the car with the aide that was there and said, "Bye, we'll see you later." And picked her up later, and she was fine. Of course, she didn't eat for about a week at school because she was so painfully shy. And one of the ladies said something to me, and I said, "Well, there's yogurt, right?" And she said, "Yeah." And I said, "Remind her there's yogurt, and she'll eat yogurt." And so she and the lady who introduced her to yogurt started getting along really well because my Sam can eat some yogurt. So it was funny at first because I was like, "She's not eating." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So wow, great grandbabies on the way. Great grandbabies on the way. Wow. I don't want any grandkids just yet. I'm good with the 2 kids that I have right now. So no grandbabies. Will, if you're listening, no grandbabies right now. Right. Well, you never know. Just getting that out there. Reminding him. He has to have college before grandbabies. Well, I don't know if he has to have college before grandbabies, but I would prefer no grandbabies right now. Just saying. Guys, I can't find you. Where'd y'all go? There you are. My neighbor reached 10 grandbabies not too long ago. She has 10. Can you imagine? 10. She has 3 kids, and her husband has 3 kids in his family. So, I mean, there's 6 kids having 10 grandbabies, but that's a lot of grandbabies. Because I would want to spoil them all, and that would be just very difficult with that many. But 22 great-grandchildren. Holy cow. But Raven, aren't you one of a bunch? So. Yeah, 5 brothers and sisters. See, I'm an only child, so anything over 1 is a bunch. Well, at least I'm honest about it. Two is crazy for me some days. I don't understand the whole sibling rivalry business. And the, she's got this or he's got that, and just messing with you to be messing with you. It's tiresome. Tiresome, I'm telling you. I'm sure my mother just laughs at me. No, I'm not spoiled. I was just an only child. And I can't help it if I get my way all the time. If people around me didn't want me to have my way, then they wouldn't allow me to have my way. I'm simply a product of my environment. I'm not spoiled. Think about it. If you didn't enable me to have my own way, I would not have my own way all the time. Every day. He says I demand attention. That's what he's saying in the background. You demand the attention. He knew this going into this relationship. It doesn't help that I'm an Aries also. So it works for me. That's right. He knew this coming in. He's also pretty demanding in his own way. He would never admit that, though. Look, guys, we're on our last signature. Woohoo! We survived cutting little squares. Okay, Don, pop back out. Go check on your brains in the refrigerator. I'm kind of worried about that. Just saying. Dawn said the other night she has brains in her refrigerator. It was kind of gross. Oh, you had to actually off to put thin blood in a squirt bottle. Nice. It's for the Audubon Society video, right? Because you know, that's what I'm saying to myself. He does nature videos. Okay, so see, we have all of our little clippies clipped. And if they look like they're upside down, then let's turn them this way and see if that fixes it. Oh, it did. Look at there. La. Okay. This goes this way. And then this one goes here. Now, this type of binding has several types of names. I've heard it called piano hinge binding. I've heard it called bamboo edge binding. All that. So we're fixing to get down to the nitty-gritty of it all. Are y'all ready? We have our pages ready. We have our skewers ready. Anybody have any questions to this point? Dee Dee, I cut the slits where I wanted them to be. I could have easily cut them, you know, equidistant apart. I just kind of wanted a pattern, and so I knew I needed 4, because what's going to happen is for the cover, I'm going to move these out of the way like this, and I'm going to put where I didn't glue here, I'm going to put that through there. And I need to grab the signature behind me. And you just weave these together. Make sure I'm not supposed to start with one. Hang on. Okay. What I'm doing, can you see here, is I've gone through this outside right here, and I've gone through the green next, and I'm going to pick up this cover notch right here. Hang on, I need to, let me grab my poker to open my hole back up. You can't see. Sorry, Badette, hang on. Okay. I'm trying to get that hole back open. Now I'm going to pick up my cover. It's easier said than done. Hang on. There we go. Now I've gone through the cover hole, and I'm going to go back through this green hole. Okay. And when I'm going through the green hole, I'm making sure I'm getting both signatures in my hole. There we go. After we get this first one, it won't be as bad. It won't be as hard to handle. Because what's the problem here is making sure we open this where we can get that stick stuck through. Ready? And here we go. There we go. Okay. Now you can see. I've got it. This is the cover where we had it bent, right? This is the first signature of the green. This is the cover again, the signature of the green, and the cover. Okay? So they're together right now because here's my cover, and we're going to glue these two down. So let me glue those two down while I have this open. I'm using my Beacon Fabri-Tac, or your 3-in-1 will work, either one. You want something that will hold good. Okay? And keep it held. Now, getting that first bit through, now that we have the signatures to go in between, that'll be easier. So, our next stick goes with the pink and green. The green signature is first. And then we'll pick up the big one. You ready? And sometimes, let's see, let's do this. Let's try this. Let's pull those out so that it makes it easier to come along here. There we go. So now this is going to go in. This little one is kind of tricky. So I'm going underneath here, behind where it's supposed to open, and kind of help pry that open with my pokey tool so that I can get my stick in there easier. There we go. And if you're looking under here, okay, all right, everybody following? Anybody have any questions? If I'd have made my slits a little bit bigger, that might have made that going through there a little easier. I like the slits the size they are myself, personally, because I like a little tighter book. So, ta-da! We have two. And so this one opens up. And this one, that's one with the 2 pages in it. Isn't that cool looking? So this one I want to slide on there. And then it's going to come up here to the center piece. Stick the stick in. It went in perfect. See, once you get the hang of it, right? What do you think, guys? Pretty cool, huh? I'm going to refresh my chat because I am not seeing y'all again. So I'm going to go in, pick up the pink. And what I'm doing is I'm looking to make sure I'm catching both signatures here, because that's important, okay? And look at this. Completely missed that signature set. Hang on. There we go. Any questions so far? So do any of y'all have last minute summer fun that you try to cram in before all the kids go back? Nope. We've had lots of people saying, oh, we need to leave and go on vacation this week. This week is important. We've had lots of that this summer. I mean, like a crazy amount. No fun around here. Cool. Cruising will be fun. Yeah. We usually try to swim some at the university pool, but with all of the construction that they've had going around, the university pool got a crack in it, and so we did not go to the university pool this summer. So we've been playing around here and taking some opportunities to swim here and there. Any hints for a good cruise? Well, go expecting to have lots of fun. And don't take a lot of extra stuff. I mean, take like sunscreen and clothes and stuff, but I mean, don't take a lot of extra stuff because the cruises are all inclusive and have all your food and drinks and all your non-alcoholic drinks. If you're wanting alcohol, then you will have to pay for that. Don't fall off. Yes, don't jump. Let's see, you're cruising out of Galveston, there's some really wonderful excursions to do. We've had a lot of people cruising out of Galveston this summer. They've really, really had a great time. Are you doing a 5-day or a 7-day? For those of you who don't know, my day job is travel specialist. You're doing a 5-day, so you're going to Progresso and you're going to Cozumel. Do not ride the horses on the beach at Cozumel because you're just, I mean, one, you live in Texas and you can ride horses any day you want, but where you ride them is just, you know, you would get as much entertainment riding them in the pasture or down the streets of Fort Worth. So don't ride the horses in Cozumel. There are other things to do in Cozumel. Snorkel, swim with the dolphins. Turtle Farm, I heard, was awesome. So, who are you going with? That needs to come back out that hole right there. Your brother, wife, and nephew. That will be a lot of fun. Have you cruised before? You have an ocean view room? Oh, that'll be wonderful. Bring a binder clip in case you want to rest when the sun is out. And you can clip the curtains together. That's more important like in Alaska. But yeah, an ocean view room will be wonderful. That'll be beautiful. Yeah, pack. Don't try to bring everything because it is a small room. I mean, even if it's an ocean view room, it's still a pretty small space. So, you know, pack the necessities, but don't feel like you have to bring the kitchen sink with you. If you do get motion sickness, I recommend crystallized ginger or ginger caps. Ginger is a natural remedy for motion sickness and is wonderful. If you don't believe me, Google Mythbusters and ginger or motion sickness. And yes, health food store. And you will see that they tested everything, including Dramamine. And for a non-drugged feeling, the ginger worked the best. One of the guys on Mythbusters gets very, very motion sick. And if there's ever an opportunity to get ill, he will take it. Not on purpose, but just because he gets that kind of motion sick. I'd hate to have that job and get that kind of motion sick. But yeah. Health food store. Also a tip for pregnant mommies. Ginger, great for morning sickness. And safe for the fetus. Just so you know. That's where I first encountered. Was when I was pregnant with my preciouses. Ginger does have many health benefits. So, but yeah, crystallized ginger is my fave for motion sickness. I was so pleased that our health food store here in town started carrying it because I recommend it. Where was I 4 years ago? 4 years ago, I was here, but I wasn't doing this. Like the root ginger. Ginger is a root. Well, Vedette, it's good. I mean, for anything. Like if you get motion sick for any reason, it's perfect for that. Crystallized, I like crystallized because it's kind of sweet, but the ginger capsule work. You know, ginger just cut fresh off the root will work too. I like the crystallized ginger because it's sweet. Yeah, you can get the ginger caps in the grocery store, like Jen said. Or you can get the fresh root even in the grocery store. Apparently I need one more stick, guys, because I'll show you. This is my last signature to add in. And then we have the cover to add on. With Will, I didn't have it too bad. With Sam, I was greener than I've ever been in my whole little life. I could not... I could not function with Sam. So I was very grateful to have Ginger in my life with Sam. Some people do, Jen, get really sick. Also, if you get there and you are sick, go up to the purser's desk or the onboard doctor, and they have patches and Dramamine and that kind of stuff that they can help you with. So that's the other thing. Hang on, I need one more skewer, guys. Okay, here we go. All right, cover time. Now for the cover, okay, here's something. If you want your cover to match so that both of them start like this, then pull out this last one you just put on, which is what I'm going to do. The reason I'm going to do that is because I want to weave it so that it's not going through this, that it's going through the 3. So I'm going to pull out this last one. That's why I needed 10 sticks. Okay, I'm pulling this one out. Do I need to explain that again? Well, that doesn't make sense, does it? Hang on. It sounded good when I did it. Let me put that back in. Maybe not. Sorry, guys. Psych. Well, no, because it's going to go that way. I want this page to be the one. Yeah, I did right. Okay, hang on. No, that's not right. Excuse me while I put this page on and off for twice. If you're going next week, unless there's a hurricane blowing, you're gonna be okay. You're not gonna have issue right now. Okay. You're going to end of September. You might just watch the hurricanes, Vedette. And if there are hurricanes coming up, what Carnival does is they will reroute the boat if it's in your way. They will not put you in danger. So, but September is hurricane season, so. And if you are feeling kind of green, just go take some, either your ginger or some Dramamine or something and go lay down. Take a nap. Sometimes people get green because they drank too much. So don't do that. And usually when you're going across, either coming in or going out sometimes in the winter, one of those you'll have some rough waters. Some choppy day. But usually it's not both. It's usually just one or the other. Which the winter is the best time to cruise, like January, February, first part of February, not around Valentine February, but first part of February. Those first 6 weeks of the year, that is extremely cheap cruising, extremely good sales. If you've never been on a cruise and you are anchoring to go, pardon the pun, that's when I would go. It's when the sales are good and there we go. Get it? Anchoring to go. Yeah, Jen, most of the time the hurricanes will, or if there's a hurricane, they will reroute so you're not in it. Okay, so this is all bound together. Isn't that cool looking? Now you can, if you want to, trim these. I'm not. I'm going to push it down just a little. Let's see. Where do I want? I guess this will be the cover. So I'm going to push it down just a little, but not all the way down. But I've slid it down because the next thing we get to do is take some fibers and weave here and here. So doesn't that sound like fun? So let me grab my twine here. Now I'm going to start with twine to do my wrappy-aroundy. I'm going to start with this lovely kind of pinkish twine. But then I'm going to grab some fun fibers and stuff to finish off up here on the top part to make it floofy and fun. Okay. I'm sorry y'all are having endless ads tonight, Jen. The other night I was watching something, and I forget how I watched it because I thought to myself, gosh, how did I watch this? Because we didn't have any ads hardly. I think we had one at the beginning and maybe one about an hour in, and that was it. This is some of the fun twine that I got when Vedette and I went to scrapbook convention. Not Vedette. Raven and I went to scrapbook convention. And I can't find the beginning of this twine. Wish it was you. I'm sorry, Vedette. It was a lot of fun. We had a good time. I bought bling. Let me see here. See if I can get it to come off this way. Now we can find where it is, right? I'm not an enabler. You just look like you needed help spending your money, Raven. Okay, found it, finally. Just snip it. No, Dee Dee, I don't want to snip it. I found the end. Okay. Anyway, here we go. You ready? Leave a bit at the end because you're going to tie it. And then just weave, okay? And this is where having long nails come in handy because you can hold your thread at the end and push it up. I did not see you come in, Dee Dee. I'm glad you could make it tonight. You saw my bling haul, Vedette? I like bling. I try to get most of my bling for the year at that booth because they have dollar bling and it is awesome. And I'm going to go back and forth at least 5 times on both the top and the bottom. And with the bottom, that's probably all I will do unless I come back with like maybe going 3 times across with some green embroidery floss or something like that. But this could be embroidery floss, this could be cotton yarn, satin yarn, silk yarn, whatever you want to go across here with that will fit around your thing. And so now you have places to put first day of school pictures. You could use it as a baby book to chronicle milestones in your kid's life. Depending on how many kids are in your child's class, you could use it to build a little class book for the teacher with all the kids. You could, it wouldn't be very practical, I wouldn't think, for like recipes because it would be kind of artsy. But, so if you used it, you might get, you know, gravy on your string or something. But, it'd be good for lots of stuff. And it's just fun to make. And it's going to have dangly bits, and dangly bits make you happy. Or am I the only one that dangly bits make happy? Dangly bits. I underestimate your sneakiness, Dee Dee. Nah, it's busy trying to shove bamboo skewers through some paper. And since my chat keeps doing weird stuff on me on this end, I have to, I don't get to see everybody coming in. Or maybe you were in stealth Dee Dee mode, for all I know. Okay, so I've gone back and forth 4 times. Let's do it one more time, just for good measure. If you do more than one set of bamboo skewers at a time, you have to stop and squish them down like this. So that's why when I first started, I was doing up and down, up and down. You're back. Hi, Dawn. And really what this does is just sturdy up your book, make it where it'll not wiggle woggle. It'll make it also where you won't be able to slide your pages up and down anymore. Thanks, Dawn. I'm enjoying it. Now, if you want to have a lot of fun, make this book with toothpicks. Think how cute that would be to stick inside like a niche for an altered book or to make a little baby one. And if I did it with toothpicks and made it like a necklace, I would kind of dull the points so you wouldn't hurt yourself. But definitely could do that. Okay, now I have it all where I want it. And now I will clip it. Well, actually, first I'm going to tie the bow, then I will clip it. So I can make sure I have enough to tie my bow. I'm going to tie a knot first and then a bow. Or maybe I'm going to tie it this way. Sorry, guys. I forget from time to time that I'm right-handed. Okay. So, here's one side. Oh, come on. See, this is why I wouldn't cut it, Dee Dee, because I couldn't get the scissors to cut the twine. Hello. Okay, there we go. And so I've evened up my bottom skewers. Yeah. Yes, I mean, after all the crafting I did this weekend, I'm surprised my nails still look good, too. So here is that one. Now we'll go over here. You ready? Well, I'm glad you came back. See, I knew Molly was watching. That's why I didn't say anything about Molly. But Dawn, she just comes and goes as she pleases, so we talk about her all the time. And I have to watch Dee Dee. Dee Dee is just stealthy. Probably the only one more stealthy is my mom. Aren't I fun? Funny is more like it. What I'm always impressed is I meet Dee Dee, or not Dee Dee. I haven't met Dee Dee in real life yet. I meet Raven and I meet Molly, and they still talk to me after they've met me. So that's always a good sign, right? Because these are so long, I'm weaving down here on the tips, guys. And then having to smoosh them down to the end. So it makes it a little contrary. So do just a row or two at a time, or do a row at a time and pull it. Okay. So does anybody have any questions about binding this and building this? The key is to have an even number of little little niches here so that it'll go in and out. You have 1 inch ribbon to weave. Now, if you don't want to cut niches, I've seen people do this with ribbon, and I don't see why you couldn't do it with paper strips, and make the loops with the paper strips and build it that way. You know? So instead of cutting your niches in the paper, put like little loops of paper or ribbon onto sheets. Does that make sense? I have a feeling there's going to be lots of dying going on since there's going to be 100 people come to that scene. Lots of blood. She's been making blood and brains. They had body parts at the Dollar Tree, Dawn. I thought of you. All the Halloween body parts are out. Well, these things that you're making, make them edible and then ask them to just pick them back up off the floor and they can eat them. Okay, now everybody pick your brains up. Come with me. Please return the brains to the platter. We'll heat those up for later. Only one person gets brains? Man! I was hoping you had like a whole kitchen full of brains. I was showing Will and Sam Susan's AMP project where she made a brain in a jar with a peach pit or something like that. And because I had just done my tutorial using the new potion labels that Wendy made. And And they were like, oh, yeah. So they've been saving hard stone fruit pits and in hopes of getting a brain from one of them. Okay, that's 4. So let's do that one more time. Yeah, it was a very cool project. The kids are excited to make their own brain in a jar. Yes, Susan Brown's project. I believe she did that last Halloween-ish. If Dee Dee is still here, she's on the AMP team. She can find it quicker than anybody. Okay. So I've got that. And I'm going to leave these strings kind of long up here because I'm going to make those paper beads to go on here. Now that you've got like the base of your wrapping done, okay? You've got a top and a bottom done on your wrapping. All right. Now you can, if you wanted to, you could wrap more here. Like I said, you could trim them if you wanted to. But now that you've got those done, what you can do is then get like the fun fibers, the fuzzy ones, the sparkly ones, get beads strung together, whatever, and run a quick set of it through here so that what you're doing is you're making a bundle of danglies that can go back here. I might go in, I think I'm going to go in with just a little bit of green and run maybe 2 rows here and then trim this or push it up if I'm able to without distracting from this end so that this will sit without sitting like that or laying down, okay? But I think this will be fun with a bunch of fun fuzzy fibers and yarns up there with dangles, lots of dangles, because for Sam we need dangles. For Will, probably leave it more, you know, do this and be done with it, you know. So, and now we have all these spaces. I thought I had glued that. I didn't glue it very well. We have all of these spaces that we can go in and make little places to write about his first day of school and draw a picture or put a photo of it, or go in and stick whatever. Because of the binding, you've got lots of chunkiness that you can have going on in your book. Because see, it closes like this, so you can chunk it up however you want to and make it nice and fun. But it opens nice. I love that. Have a picture here, write a little story, glue it in here. If you need pockets, you could go in, glue some together and create little pockets. You've seen me create pockets a jillion times, but you can create them here or glue here and create a pocket here very simply, okay? Lots of great places for putting stuff. Y'all like it? Let's see, there's 2 pages to each thing. So it's really pretty easy once you get that first skewer going. Like I said, probably would have made it even simpler is if I had made my cuts, my V's, a little deeper, maybe even a little wider. But I like it like this because I like the look of this back. And what could be fun is if you wanted, you could have painted these a different color so it wasn't wooden looking. So lots of very things. Yeah, it was easy to cut the notches. Super easy to cut the notches. The other thing, if you wanted wider spaces here, why not use like a hole punch and kind of, you know, along if you had a bigger piece of paper or whatever. So lots of cool thoughts and impressions. Yeah, I like the wood look too. You could use your Tim Holtz stain and stain it. Very fun. It'd be cool for a collection of poetry. If you like to write poems, and you could put poems in here. But I think it'll be fun because all together, what we started with 10 pieces of cardstock, so we had 20. And we folded that in half. So there's 40 pages in here. Wow, 40 pages of fun stuff. So, and it can be used as a weapon because if somebody got really ugly, you've got 11 skewers, or yeah, 11 skewers coming at them. Gonna poke you. So, I would show you how to make beads tonight, but I, alas, am out of crystal lacquer. So, you can look at these. Aren't they pretty? But y'all have seen me make beads before. These are just tubes made out of 1-inch pieces of paper. And then this little tube is made out of 3/4 inch piece of paper. So if I had had some of Molly's beautiful round beads, Molly is the queen of making round beads. Maybe we can get her, yes, 1x5, Molly. That's exactly right. Maybe we can get Molly to come on Reboot one night and show us how to make her round beads because she does amazing stuff. Yes, I'm out of crystal lacquer. So I will have to, I'm having some shipped to me as we speak. I got notice of said shipment. I promise I don't drink it. And I don't pour it on myself. I use it for crafting, people. Crafting. But that's what makes it shiny, is the crystal lacquer. Isn't that pretty? Thank you, Molly. I had fun making them, and Will really liked them. He was just like, Mom, that really, I mean, that could be, you know, guide quality jewelry. So, what kind of, I know, what kind of operation are we running? We're out of crystal lacquer? What? Say it isn't so. But it happens, people. It happens. We run out of adhesive from time to time. Yes, this paper is awesome. This is the Prima Mechanic paper. And this is what was on the inside of my Prima book. And then the other side of it is really awesome color too. It's kind of a taupe color. It's really pretty. So, but when I get some more crystal lacquer, I'm going to make some more beads. So I'm saving my scraps. I have this piece. Look, we can make this into beads. Won't that be pretty? So, it does look nice with my nails. You're right, Molly. It looks pretty with my nails. So, anybody have any questions, thoughts? See me? Let me turn the light off. We don't need the light so much anymore, do we? Or maybe we do. We'll do the light. Next week I am having Crafty Gig. And I think I want to do some Halloween stuff. I can't remember what I wrote. I wrote some descriptions on my Ustream. So I think I said Halloween stuff. Maybe. I've got lots of Halloween project ideas in Brine. So I think I said Halloween. I can't remember. If somebody wants to look and correct me, they can. And then we're off a week. And then I believe next month, I think does it have 5? So we'll have an odd show, or is it this month that has 5? This month has 5 Fridays. This month has 5 Fridays. So we have Crafty Gig next week, and then odd show on the 5th Friday. And that will be in our G Plus lounge. So we'll be getting some more information on that so that everybody can get over there, because that was a lot of fun. And it's more fun when all of y'all get to be over there. So most of the supplies I used tonight, guys, are at my favorite crafty store, cutandpastememories.com, and Mommy does do special orders. So if you're needing stuff, then you can get it there. Here's my slide reminding us Crafty Gig, 4th Friday of the month, same bat channel, same bat time. You can connect with me on my blog or my fan page and Twitter. I've been moving and adding some stuff to my blog. So look at those tabs across the top. You'll be able to find my new zine up there, and my Pinterest board is up there, and a bunch of other stuff. And I've been moving around stuff on my Pinterest board as well. So you'll want to look there, because I've been pinning my videos and pinning some other cool stuff and some other fun inspiration and projects there. So I hope y'all go check that out. The Odd Show Live is going to be coming to you live and in charge on October 6th. And that's going to be all day. It's going to be lots of fun. I hope to see several of y'all out there playing with us and demoing. We would love it. And remember, the Odd Show is taking a break on the dailies. They'll be back in September. The reboot will be next Wednesday. Same bat channel, same bat time. I've got to change my slide to reflect our new place. So we will not be in the Link 2 room. We will be in the G Plus lounge. So if nobody else has any questions, yes, I miss Mommy tonight too. But she's playing with the kids. She's being a Grammy. So, and they were having a don't do anything kind of day. So I'm pretty sure that's where she is. This weekend, I am going to be, there's lots of blog activity happening on my blog this weekend. Miss Susan is having her 5-year anniversary for blogging. Is that not cool? And so several of us are in a blog hop with her. And so be sure to check my blog and hop on through. It's going to be all kinds of neat altered spoons. She sent us all wooden spoons to alter, and we're having a lot of fun. And then I'm also in a flowers and ladybugs blog hop. So some fun, quick, and easy projects there that will be on my blog. So I hope to see y'all around. Have a great night. Thank you for coming. I can't wait. If y'all make bamboo skewer books, please share them with me, because you know I love it. Love to see it. So talk to you later. Have a good night. Thanks.